I've given you two keys rather, to unlocking your creativity. Seek the why and look for the links. But there's one final key that's super important, probably the most important, but you're gonna have to go deep. You're gonna have to go spiritual. You're gonna have to believe in something greater than yourselves. You're gonna have to discover your mission. Now, we've heard words like mission before in business language, and I sometimes think it's overused. And people say things like, my mission is to sell more widgets. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about going deep, figuring out your purpose on this earth and how you're going to make this world a better place. Some of the most powerful brands are those that have a higher purpose, are those that have a mission, like Dove, like Apple, like Airbnb. Dove realized they didn't just want to sell soap. They wanted to have a deeper mission. And so they started looking around and they started realizing, you know what we're going to stand for? We're going to stand for the fact that everybody is beautiful, no matter your skin color, your age, the size of your body, you're all beautiful. And so they created the campaign for Real Beauty. And then Apple said, we don't want to just talk computers. Remember Think Different? That was all about embracing individuality and self-expression. And Airbnb doesn't want to just be an alternative to hotels. It wants everyone to feel like he or she can be a native, can feel like a native, can feel like they belong, even if they're not a native. So what does all of this mission talk, what does all this spirituality have to do with creativity? Well, what I learned from working with my clients on figuring out their mission, figuring out their purpose. And I actually wrote a bit about this. So if you want to know more, I can tell you, definitely reach out to me. When we discovered their mission, we discovered their sense of purpose. Not only were they able to galvanize their employees and attract more customers, but they were more creative as a result. It actually sparked their sense of creativity. And you saw this with Dove, and you saw this with Apple. When Dove came out with its campaign for Real Beauty, and it was time to refurbish their anti-aging line, well, how could they have an anti-aging line? Aging is beautiful. So for the first time ever, a skincare brand came out with a pro-age line. And when they came out with Think Different, that's when the iSeries flowed, the iPod, the iPad, iTunes, and so forth. Now, at this point, you may be saying, okay, sister, what's with all this spiritual stuff? This is a business conversation. And I get it. And I'm not talking about religion, but I'm talking about having this sense of higher purpose. Like, I bet you all work hard. And yes, it's to feed the kids and pay the mortgage, but I bet you do it for a higher purpose too, to show your children or show your community what it means to be a responsible, caring adult. And with that mission in mind, you will stay up late and you will come up with creative ideas for after-school activities or vacations so that you can continue to foster this notion of being a responsible, caring adult. It's always been religions, spiritual systems that have, with or without a deity, that have fueled artistic expression and creativity. Think about the Notre Dame, fueled by a mission, right? Or the Eiffel Tower, or the Bible, all of them sparked by the sense of a higher purpose. So when it comes time to re-engaging with your colleagues and developing these ideas for change, the first thing you should ask yourself before anything is, what do you offer? And not just at a functional level, but at a spiritual one. What is it that you do that's going to make the world a slightly better place? Sometimes I tell my clients to go to their beginnings. Look at what their founders said. Because often if you think about it, they probably had to sweat blood and tears in order to come up with this new brand or organization that you're now a part of. What was their driving mission? Sometimes you just have to take that and dust it off. As I was finishing this presentation a while back, I came across this article and I was blown away. Ozone hole over Antarctica beginning to hear. After years of hearing that the ozone layer was eroding and that Earth was slowly being destroyed, humankind came together. Collaboration, a funny mix of scientists, business people, and politicians talking about different worlds with their insights to come up with an idea to fix it. And boy, were they fueled by a huge mission, and that's to save the Earth. They worked together to use their creativity, and they made it happen. It's working. What a great example of creativity. You know, at the outset of this presentation, I said that if we're going to thrive in this business environment, if we're going to be ready to take that next step, we have to tap our sense of creativity. It's a business imperative. But as this ozone layer story shows, it's not just a business imperative, it's a human one. Because it's creativity that's going to help us change the world. It's creativity that's going to help scientists come up with a vaccine that much faster. It's creativity that's going to help us in our communities, on the streets, come up with ways to create communal understanding. It's going to be creativity that helps us make sure that the elderly who are stuck at home or in nursing homes still feel like they're loved. We will come up with ideas. We're already doing that. And now you are ready. You are ready. You have the keys to unlocking your sense of creativity. As we discussed, 1, seek the why. Try to understand what's motivating people. 2, look for the links. Combine different worlds and do it in a collaborative way and a constrained way to make it feasible. And finally, discover your mission. Figure out what you truly stand for and how you're going to make the world a better place. Each and every one of you have the keys. Each and every one of you has the inherent, innate ability to come up with ideas that are going to make your everyday lives more interesting, your business lives more productive and successful, and your worlds more beautiful and amazing. So I challenge each and every one of you, after you experience this amazing conference, with all this innate ability that you have, what are you going to do to harness it? Thank you so much.